Welcome back, everybody, to the Eagle Boys. It has been a fat minute,
Yep.
hasn't it?
It's been fat and juicy.
Fat and juicy. So we got all this new equipment. We actually had a couple of episodes recorded, right? Like, how many did we do before we finally got it right?
2.
I thought it was like
No,
three or
3.
four.
3.
Yeah, it was like 3 of them. We had 3 of them. Oh shit, that's a great way to start. We had 3 of them that we couldn't do jack with.
Yeah.
Just because of technical problems. We had this, that, the other. We got new mics, we got new cameras,
Yeah.
new mixer, all that good stuff. So we're ready to be back.
And we're actually making, just to give an update on the way that the podcast is going. We have people to help with the tech stuff. We're not making enough money to pay anybody.
Not yet, no.
But
Not yet.
we have friends and stuff that like to be here. No one could come today.
No one could come today, but that's
it was
fine.
It was last minute.
Very last minute. I mean, we decided to do this like yesterday, didn't we?
And we got new mics. We got our camera situation figured out.
Oh, that was a nightmare. That was a nightmare.
We got audio figured out, and then so everything's kind of coming together.
Everything's coming together, man.
Yeah, which is nice.
We're back. We're back, baby.
So, of course, I want to talk about what's been going on.
What's been going on, dude? So, you went to Italy recently.
I did.
You went to Italy recently.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me all about that shit. Like, because that had to have been the experience of a lifetime.
So I know that we talked about it before.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit, but we promised that we'd save it for this.
I didn't tell you everything. So just for everyone who's listening, my cousin was living in Florence, and my cousin Summer was living in Florence. Her fiance was Dennis Kira, who we had on the podcast for the last episode.
Yes.
And I interviewed him about his time.
If you have not watched, go ahead and watch. It is a beautiful, beautiful interview.
Yeah. So I gave him a interview about his time in Albania and his life in Italy, and then I was like, well, I want to fucking go to Italy, and he was like, sure,
Hell yeah, bro.
So
you gotta love people like that are just like.
Yeah.
You say some outlandish shit like, oh, I'm going to take a cross world trip.
Yeah.
And they're just like, fuck yeah, bro. Come on.
Dude, it's crazy how in other countries, there's no one who's obese. Like there's people that are overweight.
I'm sure there are.
There's no one there who's like 400, 500 pounds. I mean, you take a trip to Meijer and you see at least...
right across the street.
You see at least 3 of them, and you're like, bitch, you could have your own TV
dude,
show.
There are 3 in my building, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which, I mean, it's fine.
It's fine. It's
whatever you want to do. It's America.
Okay, but, okay, we'll get into that.
Okay, so I get on the plane. It's 9 hours, which blows huge dick. Being on a plane for 9 hours, like, is not fun.
Not even just that, like, it was the jet lag, too. How many hours is Italy behind from us?
6.5 almost.
6.5 fucking hours.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So my body had to get used to it. I was exhausted because I went like 26 hours without sleep because I can't sleep on planes.
It couldn't be me.
I can't sleep unless I'm laying down.
Oh, yeah.
But some
like
people,
everybody.
Well, no, some people can sleep on planes. They sit up and they.
Some people sleep with their eyes open. You ever seen a motherfucker like do that? Like,
no,
I'm not even kidding.
Well, okay, I've actually I've seen a couple people do that, but I think their eyes are kind of rolled back in their head and their eyes are open a little bit. I've seen that, but I've never seen someone with like their.
My dad used to do this weird thing where he would like fall asleep on the chair, like I do all the time now, but like. He would have his eyes just ever so slightly open, just like that. And he'd be snoring away, but you could see his freaking eyes. Like, they weren't like rolling to the back of his head. No, it's like he had his eyes like halfway open while he was sleeping.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing. But he would be like dead asleep. Because if you woke him up, he'd be like, you know what I mean? Like that type of sleep.
Yeah, which is creepy.
You know what I mean? But his eyes were not open the whole time.
Ugh.
How was he sleeping?
That would give me, like, I would not be able to go back to sleep. I'd be like,
no.
I'd wake him up and be like, stop doing that.
Stop fucking
you piece of
Stop
shit.
fucking doing
You're
it.
gonna ruin my night.
Jesus.
So I went to Milan when I got there. So when you go to a new country, it's kind of it's I mean, it's not like you're in a different universe, but it's still different.
It's pretty different.
It's very so I get to this train station right off the rip. I got fucking scammed by this dude. It costs €10 to get to the train station from the airport if you
Oh
take
god.
like a tram or a train or something. You take a train or something to get to the train station.
Okay.
It's only €10. This dude charged me €250 to get to the yeah.
Dude, that motherfucker
But
played
dude,
you for a
I was
fool. I hope you're watching
I was
because we're gonna
exhausted.
find you.
I was so tired and I was like and he walked up to me. He was like, "Hey, like where do you need to get where do you need to go?" And I was like, "The train station." He's like, "I got you." I
Wait, did
was
you
like,
speak English?
"Yeah.
Oh, so that's why he could scam you
Yeah." He spoke pretty
because
good
he
English.
spoke good English. Because
And
he's probably on the prowl every day
yeah, yeah, like that's his
looking
thing.
for Americans to jip off.
It should be illegal.
It's not. That's the fucked up part.
It really should be
Because
illegal.
he technically did exactly what you paid him to do.
He didn't tell me how much it was going to cost. I should have asked him.
Exactly. It's a
I
power of
thought it was going to be
convenience.
like €50.
It's a power of
It was
convenience.
only
That's why it's not illegal.
it was only 30 minutes away. So I was like, okay, like it can't cost that much. It was €250. And I was
What is
about to just
what does €250 translate
maybe
to
like
USD?
$280.
$280.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh my lord.
So it was almost $300.
So actually, I was thinking that the euro, like how it is with a Canadian dollar,
Yeah.
where like it's more, but in USD it's less.
Hmm.
That's fucked up.
That's how it used to be at one point, but now the euro is worth more, or it is worth, yeah, more than the dollar.
Yeah, the US dollar has lost value
Yeah. So
exponentially.
it's going to cost more dollars to keep up with the price of the euro that you're spending.
That's
But
ignorant.
food there is cheaper a little bit, but you have to pay for water. So it's like if you want water, you got to pay for it.
Well, okay. All right.
Um, the like if you go out to food to get food, it's like your first course is pasta, and then your second course is meat. Like they don't put meat in their pasta. Oh Charlie's here or some shit.
like
You
fucking
can get a ribeye
like
pasta
fucking
for fucking
fucking
$14.
Bravos or
Yeah,
something.
Bravos.
Authentic Italian, my fucking
No,
ass.
they are not authentic. Real
Carrabba's authentic Italian cuisine, my fucking ass.
now some pastas do have a pork in it,
Are you
like
talking like a suckwean pig? Like I'm talking like.
carbonara can have like bacon in it. But
Why
all
do I
other
feel like that's just so weird though? Like that, I feel like that's such an American food.
it's like thick bacon. It's like
Oh, so it's like it's not that processed bullshit.
no, it's almost like someone just diced up a pig and grilled it, if that makes sense, or put it on a skillet. They call it bacon, but like it's almost like Canadian bacon.
You know what else is weird to me?
What?
That now that you're saying that,
Hmm.
like over here, processed foods like that's a whole thing,
Yeah.
and like
The food here is disgusting compared to
you
the
want
food
to
there.
think that like these other countries aren't using like processed meats or processed foods, things like that,
Yeah.
but they probably are. You just don't know it
Yeah, yeah, no, a lot of the
because they're
time
not buying it from American companies; they're buying it from European companies.
yeah, but Europe is more strict on their food, but they also have to feed a lot less people. Like there's only 65 million or 95 million. I forget if it's 65 or
Even though
95.
there's McDanks over there still, right?
Oh yeah,
McDonald's.
yeah. Their McDonald's menu is very good. They have like chocolate cake and shit.
Yeah, I heard that there's like regional exclusive shit
I
to
I went to
McDonald's.
fucking McDonald's twice when I was in like I should not have even gone there, but I wanted to try like their
Well,
menu.
okay, so that's a little different
Yeah.
because you wanted to try the
Yeah.
regional exclusive food that you cannot get in the
Okay, so
states.
one of the things that they had was they had a quarter pounder, but it had like pepperoni on it
Okay.
and lettuce and tomato and some kind of weird sauce, I forget. And then they had another like their McChickens were like different kind of chicken. It had like it was like a Parmesan chicken on it, I think. And then they had something else there. They had like Snickers McFlurries. They had so many different kinds of McFlurries.
Ooh,
They had a Butterfingers one.
a Snickers McFlurry?
Yeah,
Get out of
they had a
here.
few of them.
I
Like not
I
just
get And I guarantee you their ice cream machine wasn't broken.
No, no, it was,
Operational 24/7, I bet you.
but the fucking manager there looked just like the, manager at the Loveland McDonald's when I worked there when I was
Are
16.
you fucking
They looked
kidding?
the exact same. I was like, "This is the Italian version of the Loveland McDonald's."
He just you know what I mean? He just did that a little
Dude,
bit
I
more.
was doing that to people all the I was doing that
I'm sure you were pissing some
but
people
people
off.
actually do that.
Like, they for real
Yeah,
like, that's a real fucking thing.
but
That's not just a meme.
you're also this might just be me, but you're not supposed to flag down your, like, if you're at a restaurant, you're not supposed to flag down your server. You
I
wait.
don't do that anyway.
I mean, I have, but we were
I
kind
mean,
of in a
if it was,
rush.
like, an emergency, like, we gotta get the fuck out of here,
But
you
no,
know what I'm
dude,
saying?
you say that, but it takes like over an hour to eat a meal at any restaurant. Here, it's like what 30, 40 minutes.
30, 40.
And if you're traveling and you're trying to be on your way and you're there for over an hour, it's like, ugh, like we've been here forever. And you're waiting to get water or you're waiting to get served, and they're just a different culture. They take their time with everything.
Yeah.
They don't work that much. I noticed that people there only work a few days a week. They're chilling.
They never had a Gerald Ford
I don't know. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
because he's the one who created the 6 or 7 day 6-day work week,
40-hour work week.
40-hour work week. There you
Yep.
go.
And he so Ford actually he I think this was him. He would make competitions, or maybe it was the Andrew guy. He was like one of the first millionaires in America, and this was like the early 1900s. His name was Andrew something. He
Garfield?
No, 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 no. That's the president. I'm talking about like
You're talking about like a business tycoon or
yeah,
something?
yeah, but he would
Shit, I don't know.
it was like coal. Man, I wish we had a tech here right now. But
Next time. Next time.
basically he would have competitions and whoever could shovel the most coal, your team would get like a bonus every week, and if and they would be like the champions, and if you could top the amount of coal that was shoveled, then you would then be the champions. He made like competition in the workplace. Like he's the first one that like thought of that.
I'm kind of with it
I mean, I guess so. It sucks
because
for those
now you
people.
nowadays like with like unions and shit like that,
Mhm.
like
He
it's
kinda took advantage of, like, all those guys, though, because he didn't really pay
kind of
them that much more.
well, he still incentivized hard work.
That's true, but he didn't really give anything for it. It was literally just to be like the winners of the
Oh, I
workplace.
see.
Yeah, he barely gave
So
them
they
anything
didn't
more.
actually get much more. They just okay.
No, it was just a status
Then that's a
thing.
little different. Yeah,
He
I
kinda just tricked them into working harder.
redact that out. I didn't mean
Um,
that. Fuck that guy. I hope he
anyways,
dies. Well,
so
he's probably dead.
I went to Milan, I went to Florence, and then me and Zach, we did some museums. There's this place called the Uffizi. Dude, when we were in fucking Florence, we were in like a museum, and there was a guy, and people are not as verbal there, like because there's so many different types of people, very touristy. People don't really talk to each other. Maybe it was just me, I don't know. But I
Maybe.
did have a conversation with this guy, and he was like talking to me with like an Italian accent, and I saw him talk to the fucking dude. He was like, "Quanta costi," like he had the accent. He was doing the whole thing.
Arrivederci,
Right,
Papa
right,
John's.
right. Yeah, pizza pasta.
Pizza
Yeah, no, he
pasta.
was he was like doing that. So I thought he was Italian. So I forget what I said to
We
him.
got the lamb. We got the good lamb.
I've been looking up like Italian words and shit, and I think I said like
How do you say "fuck you" in Italian? Did
I
you
don't
find
know,
that?
but I
Do you
know
know?
how to say like how much does it cost? Quanta costi? Do you speak English? Oh yeah, I looked at him and I was like, parle inglese, and that means do you speak English? And he looked at me and he just smiled, and I was like, I know I said that right.
I know I said that right,
So
motherfucker. How about you answer me?
so I was just like, do you speak English? And he was like, yes, yes, see, and I was like, okay, I was like.
Can you help me?
I was like, "Are you Italian?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "What?"
What?
And I was like, "Where are you from?" And he was like, Argentine." And I was like, "Argentina?" And he was like, "See, I was." So it was just this dude that was just acting Italian, and he's
Just a just a
and he's
Spanish dude.
and he's like Spanish and he's fucking acting Italian. Like he had this whole
What the fuck? You got conned twice out there. You got conned by a dude
uh,
that fucking you paid 250 euro, and then you got a guy who's not even Italian.
he was just acting Italian. I know. I was like, "What?" I was like, "I knew I said that right."
Oh my
I was
god.
like, "Why is he ignoring me?" I was
See, that's why, like, for me, going to other countries, I want to take my time.
yeah.
Like, as much as I want to do spur of the moment, like type thing, I want to take my time going to another country
Yeah.
because I want to learn customs.
Mhm.
I want to learn
Dude, it's a
language.
lot.
That's
It's
what I'm saying.
like it's a lot of stress. It's even like to ask someone to order food or anything, it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh my god, it's so uncomfortable." Cuz
Because any little fuck up
yeah.
and they're going to take it the exact opposite way that you
Mhm.
meant it,
Yeah.
and
And people are
you
like,
can't
"No
really
bullshit over that."
complain about that because
Mhm.
you told them
Yeah.
what to do,
And I saw the
or what you were looking for,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Dude, I saw the most beautiful
Oh,
woman
I'm sure
there.
they were just
Oh my
like
god. Her name was Oshi,
just the
and
most
she was
beautiful women.
so Summer and Dennis, they took me and Zach to this like club thing. Well, it wasn't even a club. It was like a so like the way that
Like a
they're
bar.
kind of yeah, but like their bars there, they have like couches. Like it's like
It's
a
like a lounge.
yeah, it's like a lounge bar. That's
Okay.
how a lot of them are. Or it's like a restaurant with a lounge area.
See, I kinda like that as
Yeah,
opposed to, like, the, bar stools and shit, but I know why
yeah,
we do that because obviously we're trying to pack as many people as
uh
we
huh,
can
yeah,
inside of it. I feel like at lounges like that, they're not really
yeah,
concerned about packing the place.
yeah. No, it was chill.
If it's packed, but, like,
It fit and like, dude, to find these places, it's like it's hard to find these places because all of the roads are like very skinny. It's like they're all one-way roads, and then
did you
you have to
see
walk them, and then like it can be like this huge door, and you think it's a church, and you walk in, it's a fucking bar, and you're like, it's all just kind of hard to
because
find.
of all the authentic, like,
Yeah,
the
like
turn of the century buildings that have
yeah,
been
everything
there
looks the same,
from the beginning,
right?
you know
And
what I mean?
everything kind of its own like niche. Like here, everything we have parking lots, we have roads, everything is very apparent. Oh, that's a strip club, that's a Walmart. There, it's like everything is like has its own little nook, and you have to walk the streets
You
and
kinda
find
gotta
it.
just find it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
See, like, because like, what I was saying before about, like, learning customs, like, just like that,
yeah,
like, figuring out
it's a lot to figure
what
out.
buildings are,
You
you
need
know what I
at
mean?
least like 2 or 3 weeks, but I was overwhelmed. But by the end of the first week, I was like, dude, I'm about ready to go home.
That's what I'm saying. Because like, I wanna go to Japan.
Like I want to go to Walmart. Oh, yeah.
We live very different lives.
No, no,
I
no.
wanna go to Japan real
I
bad.
also want to go to
I
Japan.
wanna go to Japan real bad just because the anime weeb in me that
Hmm.
I've kept dormant in there for a very long time,
Yeah,
since 7th grade,
yeah,
that's been his dream to just, like,
yeah,
go to Japan, you know? And I'm talking, like, the cities. Like, I'm not talking about outskirts. I do wanna see the outskirts, like, temples and see
see,
things like that or ruins. I do wanna see that stuff, but I really want to get indulged in the, like, city life, like, because that's really nowadays where the culture happens.
hmm.
You know what I mean? As far as, like, modern day culture, that's where it happens.
Anyways, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Like, I wanna go to Japan and stuff like that, but I don't wanna go there, well, not even just Japan, anywhere in the world. I don't wanna go anywhere in the world and be ve it may and be very obviously a tourist. You know what I
There's
mean?
no way around it.
I know there's no way around it. Like, obviously, people are gonna look at me and be like, "Oh, he's an American or he's British, whatever the hell." And as soon as they talk to me, they'll figure out, yes, he's an American. You know what I mean? But I still want to go there and be able to just blend in, not stick out too much.
You should shave and then dye your hair black and wear like a face mask and put some like brown contacts in, and then you could maybe
I could
you would also have to dye your eyebrows.
no, I don't. My eyes are way. I mean,
And you have to squint the whole
yeah.
time.
I was just want to say my eyes are way too big. My eyes are
Yeah.
way too big for that.
You know, there's actually surgeries that women get in like China and Japan to open up their eyes. To have like anime eyes. It's not to look like Americans, it's to have, like, anime eyes, I think. Maybe I have it backwards.
Dude, people do that in the United States.
It's just
You know what I
insane.
mean? It's
You
crazy
you
to me.
shouldn't fuck with your there's no shirt for your face,
There's
quoted by
no shirt for your face.
Bill Burr said that.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
There's no shirt for your
There's no
face.
shirt for your face. Women, they got all the makeup and stuff.
Uh,
There's no shirt for your face.
oh my
Oh, he was
god.
fantastic.
Okay, so if you could make an adjustment to your face or get a tattoo on your face, what would it be?
Oh shit. This okay, so I'm a man with no tattoos. Okay. I don't have a single one. If I had the balls, I would get um see, because I kind of want to do this anyway,
Yeah.
but like on not my face. I would get from Yu-Gi-Oh! Toon World right here. Just a big ass Toon World.
Of course you would. I would definitely get teardrops, but I would get like 4 of them, so everyone would be like, "I'm not fucking.
I'm not fucking with this guy. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Even though you
Like, if
hadn't
had
killed
to.
somebody,
Yeah, I
it
would
doesn't
just
matter. You put them on your face, people are just gonna assume that you've
yeah
killed people.
let that tattoo serve a purpose
Dude, I've seen
as a
so many
warning.
people like downtown in Cincinnati with like teardrop like tattoos, and it gets me wondering, like, dude, did that guy kill somebody?
Some of
And
them got to be fake. Not
some of them have to be fake.
yeah,
Dude.
but not that
They
many
gotta be
people.
fake.
I mean, dude, how many murders
I saw a white
are
dude
there?
in Mason with a fucking teardrop tattoo.
If you're gonna be dumb enough to get a face tattoo, then you probably are dumb enough to then you're probably dumb. Fuck, sorry. If you're dumb enough to get a face tattoo, then you're probably dumb enough to make up the fucking story that you killed someone, right?
Probably. Yeah, I
Right?
would assume.
If you're gonna be that
I
type
would
of
assume.
dude, freaking,
I couldn't even imagine that. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, I will say this.
you should get a dog tattoo.
I have okay, so one person in the world can pull off face tattoos. There's only one.
Post Malone,
No,
Lil Wayne,
no.
21 Savage.
Kalani.
I know who
You
that
know who
is.
Kalani is.
I forget what she looks like. Let me look it up.
Fine. Fine. And she is the only one that I will accept face tattoos on.
What about Blueface's ex girlfriend who has his face on her
Dude,
face?
Sharnezian Rock, I hope her and Blueface go away.
I don't see any face tattoos on her. Oh, you're saying if she did get them?
No, she has face tattoos.
She has neck tattoos. There's no face.
I swear to God, Kalani has face tats.
Hmm. Oh, wait, here it is. Here's a newer picture. Yeah, she has one right here.
Yeah, she got one right here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she got face tat.
That's cool. Good for her.
But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm already a pansy
Dude.
enough about getting a tattoo, so why would I get it on my face?
I was watching this show. This was a long time ago. It was like one of those. It was like a tattoo game show where your friend got to pick an embarrassing tattoo to put on
Yup.
you.
That was on
Dude,
MTV, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forget like
so many friendships ruined.
oh my god, there was one of this girl and she got a threesome put on her friend and she was like, "I'm actually in love with you," and I realized I was in love with you when we were having a threesome, and that's like the position we were in when I fell in love with you, dude. I don't know why I just thought of that, but yeah,
That's stupid.
that was the craziest part of that show.
That's
I
pretty
saw.
stupid.
Yeah, and she was pissed.
Oh, I'm sure she
She was-
was.
She was like, "Get this the fuck off me."
Laser that shit the fuck off. Yeah, that bitch is permanent.
So okay, when I was in, sorry to revisit this out of nowhere, but so I went to Milan and then Florence, and I saw, dude, they have every major city in Italy has a Duomo. A Duomo is like a giant church that they built in like the 1500s after the Roman Empire. This was when like Catholicism and shit, like the church was but literally this thing was beautiful. It Me and Zach saw the Pantheon, um, and we saw the Forum in the Colosseum. That was on Rome, but in Florence, or I'm sorry, no. This story was in Rome as well. It was like 1 a.m. and we were walking back to our hotel. We had just got McDonald's actually. Yep. And there were these two. So we're walking, and these two dudes are like walking slower than we are. And we ended up like walking past them, and they have a soccer ball, and they're kicking the soccer ball like in between me and Zach. And it was kind of rude And I was like, okay, like these guys are assholes. And I was like, oh fuck, we're tourists like in a country, on a
So of course they're gonna fuck with you.
right on a back road at 1 a.m. I was like, fuck. I was like,
They're
we're
gonna
gonna.
fuck
Well, my first thought was we're gonna get mugged. And
probably.
Zach, he's so innocent, he doesn't even think about these things. His poor soul. He
His
doesn't
poor little soul.
bless his soul. He doesn't even
Bless his soul.
he doesn't even think about this shit. And I was like, Zach, walk like we need to walk faster. So we started walking faster. Dude, we took like 3 different turns. These guys are following us for like half an hour. And I and
Oh, I don't like that.
and I turned to Zach, I'm like, dude, this is it, bro.
Like, you got my bag, bro? You got my bag?
I
And
know
he's like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?"
I know that he wouldn't, do that. But anyways, um like we're coming up on a corner and I'm like, Zach, we gotta we gotta run. We gotta get him off our tail. And he was like, all right, all right. So we're fucking running at 1 a.m. in
With
Rome.
McDonald's in your hand.
Well, no, we already threw it away.
Oh,
But,
gotcha.
dude, we were fucking so scared.
I would have been
And I
terrified.
scared him so bad. I knew he was more scared than I was. Because I was like, like I've done this before.
Yeah, like
And-
you've been
and-
kinda in these situations before.
Right. And he was like, didn't even know what he got so
He
scared.
had no
dude.
idea.
I feel bad I scared him like that.
No.
Yeah, but
Hey, you were just looking out for him. You're just looking out for him. That's it.
they have such an interesting culture there. Anyways, that was all that I want to say about it. It was a good trip.
It was a great trip, I bet.
Um,
So I was thinking about something the other day,
okay.
like since little segue. So I was having a conversation with a couple of our friends,
Yeah.
and it got me on the subject of sleep paralysis, right?
Okay.
Which I know is something that you have experienced before
Many times.
many times. So usually, correct me if I'm wrong, when you have sleep paralysis, when you wake up, you feel or see an entity among you.
Well, let me tell you my like if you're actually asking me, then I'll tell you how mine, because it happens one of two ways.
Okay.
Um the first way that it it happens is, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. I'll be sleeping in my bed, right? I'll go to sleep, it's fine. And I'll wake up and I'll know something's with me. I don't always see something. Sometimes it's just like a darkness in the corner. Um, but it's usually by the door blocking the doorway.
Yes.
So it's like trapping me.
Yes.
It's like trapping me in the room.
And that's what usually is what I hear people talk about.
Yeah. So I'll like wake up and I'll be like, oh shit. And I immediately think, I'm like, where's a Bible? Where's a cross? Like
Let's get this demon out of here.
Dude, I'm so serious. I think that, but it's like,
Power of Christ compels you, bitch.
but like all of a sudden I'll wake up again. And like I'll wake up in my bed and get up and walk around and freak out. I'm like, there's something here. Oh my God.
Checking every little corner.
Dude, I'm free. I swear. Well, no, I don't even want to go near my door. I'm literally looking around like in my dresser to see if I have a Bible or but like it's
Some religious artifacts, something.
right, something. And
to exercise the demons.
I remember thinking one time I was like, fuck, I need to prepare some holy water.
go to the local church, like, can you please just real quick? And they're like, why?
Like fuck, I don't know how to do this
okay.
shit.
You know what I mean? Like, what for? Don't worry about what it's for. Just do it. You know what I mean?
God, dude, that would be so fucking crazy. I don't even think they do shit like that anymore. But so, okay, so
maybe.
I'll literally wake up again. So that whole thing of me freaking out, I was in a dream. It was like a dream state.
Yeah.
And I wake up twice and get on my bed. I'm like, oh my God. But the only thing is that I can't get up for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like in my dream I could get up and walk around, but when I wake up again, I'm like fuck, I'm like straining to get up. And I kind of tell myself, oh, I'm just so tired. It's almost like I kind of forgot about the dream.
You just think you're like exhausted.
Yeah, I just think like, oh, my body needs a second to wake up before I can start moving. And it's not until I get up for a second time, I'm like, oh shit, that was like some like weird shit. That wasn't me being tired, because that's not normal.
No, that
you
ain't
shouldn't
normal.
be so tired when you wake up you can't fucking budge.
You can't even do that stretch where you like
Yeah,
start like shaking. You know what I mean?
I literally like I'm like struggling to get my legs off the bed so I can try to make myself stand up and like wake myself up.
Exactly.
It's so weird, dude.
So
Um,
here's where I'm going with this.
okay.
So as you said, it's like an entity. You can feel something
Yeah,
or see something,
there's definitely something
and
there.
it's usually a dark, shadowy figure
Mhm.
of a person
Also, sometimes there's
or a
nothing there.
demon, or sometimes there's nothing there,
Yeah.
but you feel something
Yeah.
in your
I
presence.
always feel something.
So here's my
It happens to me dude, like once or twice a month,
that's horrible.
like often. It's
That's
weird.
horrible.
It's very weird.
I can't even imagine that.
I'm afraid to go to sleep sometimes.
Damn.
Like I can feel it coming on.
Damn.
Isn't that weird?
You just know it's about to happen.
Dude, I check if I'm sleeping like at my place by myself and Zach's not there, I will check his room. Like I'll literally go in his room and check his closet.
Mm.
But okay, go ahead, go ahead.
So here's my theory. And I made this theory, and I know this is not the best place to get my information or any of my thought processes from, but it's from a video game.
Yeah.
It's a virtual reality video game called Boneworks by Stress Level Zero. And I think I've talked about it on the pod before. I don't really remember. I think it was an episode that we lost. But anyway, so in the game, one of the guys who works for a company named Monogon, who is a virtual reality developer, and he goes into this virtual world and he realizes that he can access what's called the void.
This is in the game Boneworks. This is not a real person.
This is not a real person.
Okay.
Well,
I just want to clarify for
in
the
the world of
listeners.
Boneworks, that's a real person.
Okay.
But no, in our world, no, this is not a real person.
Okay.
So this guy named Arthur Ford realizes, because he works for the company that develops this virtual reality headset,
Yeah.
he realizes that he can access the void by doing very convoluted steps to get to it. And so his theory, well, not his theory, he knows that if he accesses the void within the virtual world, his mind will live on, but his body will decay. Essentially, he will be immortal. Right?
If you were immortal, like you could live forever, don't you think at some point you'd be gay?
More than likely.
You think so?
More than likely.
What a
I
weird
feel
thought.
like I feel like with infinite time, you'd like try it out at least once,
Probably even
probably a few times, probably a few times.
I was gonna go further with it and say I can't even say it.
Nah, whatever.
I can't.
But anyway,
I want to, but I can't.
so my theory is that there is a place in our reality called the void, and I theorize because in the game, when you meet a void entity, it's usually a black shadowy figure of a person, right? And when you try to reach out to it, it disappears. Or you try to get close to it, it disappears. Or you try to become one with it, it disappears. So I think in my theory is in our reality, there is such a thing called the void, which is purely dead. It's purely probability.
Does that tie into the supernatural, or does it tie into simulation theory?
Kind of both.
Okay,
Kind of both.
so it's like a supernatural spell that our lives are,
Not even really a
and
spell.
the void is beyond that.
So
Like,
I think
after death.
I think the void is a separate universe within our own that is you're neither alive nor dead. Your spirit, like your soul, spirit, whatever the hell you want to call it, is there. Your consciousness is
Dude,
there.
that's where AI is taking us. Guarantee it.
Probably.
I think that AI is eventually going to become so all knowing that we're basically creating like a digital god.
Essentially.
And if there is something as like the void or some place where you can upload your consciousness into, probably going to be found by AI.
I'm not even talking
That's
about
just my
upload.
opinion.
I'm talking more of just like when you've passed on in some way.
Oh, okay, so it's like an
So
afterlife. Oh, you're thinking of what's the Greek mythology version of that? It's fuck, what's that shit called?
Valhalla.
No, 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 that that's not Greek. That's fucking Vikings.
Oh, is that Viking? Yeah, that is.
Um
That is.
oh shit, what's it called?
Trust in the old father.
Oh fuck. It's like if you weren't good or bad, then you would end up in this place.
They called it purgatory,
Yeah,
is what they called
purgatory,
it.
right?
They called it
I thought it
purgatory.
was like the
So I think that the void is not purgatory, though. The void is purely probability. It's neither being nor being. It's neither now or it's neither present nor past or future. It's pure probability. Like it is a probability that of your spirit that could happen in separate universes, but they've accessed a way to get into our universe. And where I'm going with this is that I think people who have sleep paralysis have access to the void.
dude, I don't want access to the void. This is kind of like that movie. You're thinking of a different version, but a similar premise to fucking what's that mother effing movie? I'm blanking tonight. Insidious.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. In a way.
I hope I'm not fucking dream
So
walking.
I think that these people have access to the void, but have not reached a point of training their mind
Mhm.
to fully access it. The people that the entities that you're seeing
Dude, what if someone tries
are
to train
people
me?
who have.
Okay, if there's anybody out there in the world that knows psychic shit, uh, contact us at
Contest
eagleboysfly
Eagle Boys
at
Fly
gmail.com.
at gmail.com. Please, please, somebody.
Yes.
That would be very interesting to
And
hear.
then
We would love to share your story on the episode.
I'll give you my well, no, I want training,
Well, that too.
but I'll give my phone number to that person.
Absolutely.
So in Greek mythology, this idea that you're talking about is called the Fields of Asphodel. Um, Elysium is where you went if you were like honorable.
Okay.
Um,
So, like heaven,
uh, Hades is where you went,
hell.
right? If you were bad. Tartarus is where you went if you were really bad. Like if you pissed off Zeus real bad, then you would be thrown in Tartarus, be
Oh, shit.
tortured.
Is that why the brute in Halo 2 is named Tartarus?
Maybe. Yeah.
Because he's like the ultimate bad guy?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Pretty much. So the um, fields of asphodel is uh, endless fields of flowers where most people went when they died
Most.
because
Most.
there were the
But
bad,
it's
the
at
good, the good.
oh my god, that's so funny you say that because actually in Boneworks, there is there are areas. Well, it's not even really areas. So what'll happen is these little headset things, they call crablets. They're just like little crab looking things that just latch onto your head,
Hmm.
and then they put because they are a headset just with arms,
Yeah.
and these things latch onto your head, and they put you in a simulation inside the
Oh
virtual
yeah,
world.
yeah. I've seen you play it.
So
Yeah.
essentially trapping you.
Yeah.
So in some of those headsets, when they get on your head, it's an endless field of flowers,
Oh shit.
just like that.
Oh, that's probably where they got that idea.
That's probably where
Dude,
they got the idea.
so much shit. So I have a major in chemistry. I didn't know this, but I actually have well, like when you say I have a minor in something, you're basically just
You're
saying that.
basically saying I
Yeah.
just took this
It's
because I had to.
it's not official. I think in some cases you can get with a minor. You just have to declare it to the school and then the school puts it on your
Well, that's also just like twice the work. You
I
know what I mean?
okay, so if it could be depending on what it is, but
I
um
don't really know. I didn't have a minor.
so like all of my electives have been history electives. Like I took like Roman
Okay.
history, American history. I'm taking Greek mythology, which is actually it's a classics class. It's not a history class.
Okay.
Because it's like from classic literature.
Oh,
So
so
like
like the cruise or not the Crucible,
the Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Yep.
Hmm.
So like stuff like that. But Greek mythology, I'm taking that's the last like classics history class I'm taking, um, and that's in the fall. So most of our stories and shit and ideas that people get that they incorporate into like modern games and stuff, a lot of it comes from Greek mythology.
Yeah.
And Roman mythology is actually really interesting because they take from Greek mythology. Like Zeus is Jupiter. They copied all the gods but named them
I mean,
something
yeah.
different.
I mean, there isn't there a goddess Venus?
Yeah. and
Yeah.
that's Hera, I think. Um, I might be wrong, I forget. But actually, Romans took every single god from every single culture, as long as it wasn't anything too far off. But if they had like some kind of god for like fertility, then they'd be like, "Oh, your god is actually our Dionysus." I don't think that's
Which
right.
god do you think was a freak?
Dionysus.
Like a freak.
Well, actually, uh, that would be Zeus because like animals.
He said, "What's up, baby? Come over here.
Yeah,
Let's make Hercules."
there's some kind of creature of the sea. I forget what it's called, but
Poseidon. Oh
well,
no, that's the god of the
no, no,
sea.
no. I'm talking about like um
The
uh
Kraken?
a horse. I'm pretty sure horses come from Zeus fucking some kind of animal.
Pegasus. Pegasus.
No, well, maybe actually,
Like the flying horses.
maybe.
Pegasi.
Or maybe there's some kind of like horse
A
uh
centaur.
no, no,
Horse human hybrid.
like a water horse.
Yeah, a centaur. Horse
No,
human hybrid.
centaurs aren't in the water
Well, you you ever seen Hercules?
though.
It was in the water then.
Was it?
They fought in the water.
I think so. What I'm talking about, they're called
You're talking about like one that can breathe underwater and shit.
hippocampi, is what they're called.
Hip can't be okay.
No, no, hippocampi,
That's
like the Pokemon hippocamp,
what generation was that from?
uh, platinum, which I'm playing right now.
Oh, you're thinking of yeah, Hippocampian or his evolved form was Hippowdon or something. It
Yeah,
was the sand. It was the sand hippo.
yeah, water and rock.
Was it water?
I
I thought
mean,
it was rock and
it,
ground.
it's a hippo.
I don't think it had any water in it.
You're probably
I think
right.
it was a ground hippo.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
let's look this up
Look
real
that shit
quick.
up.
This is the
I'm
nerdiest
pretty
thing.
sure it was just ground and rock. Or one of the two. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Hippocampus is the name of the seahorse that Zeus created by fucking a fish.
And he made it with a monkey fish frog. And then that made you with his mutant fish hands.
I'm Hippodon, or yeah, is the fucking one is
Hippodon, yeah.
yeah, and then the one it evolves from is Hippopotas.
Hippopotas. That's right.
That's a stupid ass name.
Yeah, it's a stupid ass name. I mean, Hippodon was a great Pokemon to have, but yeah, training him was a son of a whore. I remember. And you can only find him in one place.
Yeah.
It was so stupid.
Anyways,
We didn't get into that.
cults.
No, I would not join a cult. I don't know why anybody would ever join a cult.
Yeah.
I've seen too many documentaries, so just watch them yourself, and then
Yeah.
you don't join cults.
You really should. So there's a couple really good cult movies. There's one called The Master, and The Master is you have a turn dial right here.
Yeah, I'm
That's
about
that's
to.
what I think. So the movie The Master is with Joaquin Phoenix, and he basically meets this cult leader. It's really good. You should watch it. It's dope.
I've seen a lot of documentaries. I haven't seen any like Hollywood produced movies.
It's based on one of them is an indie film, so it's not Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
The Master with Joaquin Phoenix, I believe, is like a Hollywood movie, but it's
Well,
good.
yeah, it's got Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
He's a really good actor. I love Joaquin.
And then there's another one with a reporter, and it's a shame I can't remember the name of it. Um, I've actually been getting into the history of like um Native Americans and like their religion and their war, because it's almost like a cult as well, in my opinion. They had very
In a
small,
way.
they had like small communities, and they had these like spirits that they would
Well, yeah,
um
because they were part of different tribes.
right. um that's just kind of my own opinion. I don't know if they were actually like that, but
It's actually something funny to look into.
there's a book. I was talking about this earlier. It's called Empire of the Summer Moon, and the way that Native Americans would like kill each other were insane. Now, I don't remember exactly which tribes, but one of the tribes was I think it was in Texas. It might have been the they were like the last American tribe that fought settlers in
Okay.
Texas. And it's on the tip of my tongue.
Was that
Mohicans maybe, or
the last of the last of the Mexicans? Por favor,
Texas.
I need to get across the border. Fucking butters.
uh
Por favor, I need to get across the border.
I'm gonna look this up. Give me 2 seconds. Comanche, that's what it is.
Comanche.
These
I actually
motherfuckers
remember learning about that. I
were
do
insane.
accessing random access memories right now.
Dude, they did horrible things to each other in war. One of the things that they did would they would cut off people's limbs and they would throw them on a fire, on like a bonfire. And they would have they would make like coals from the wood it would be burning for so long.
Did they just not care about smell?
It wasn't like a blazing fire. It was just really hot and there was a small fire.
I know, but it like burning flesh still smells.
Dude, they were like a different type of people than you and
Did
I
they
are.
just not care?
We use fucking laundry detergent. You know what
We
I'm
do.
saying?
We do use we got laundry detergent. We
But
got soap. We got Old Spice.
they would cut off all the limbs of people and they would throw them on these fucking coals and they would just watch them wiggle like a worm. It was like fun for them.
That's fucked up.
They did terrible things. They would like take babies and like slam them on the ground, like horrible things.
You know what kills me is that there's actually still like tribes like that in the world that we live in today.
Oh, you know what? That's actually a really interesting point. We have like our civilization. We're driving Porsches and fucking watching porn.
We're a completely different civilization than some of the things that's going on Africa and India.
Yeah, they have tribes that, um, I mean, you can even possibly stay with them.
Well,
If
that's the thing. You remember that show that Steve-O and the other guy did?
they hunt monkeys. They have dogs that help them hunt monkeys, and
Yeah.
monkeys look like, dude. I
They eat the fuck out of monkeys.
Yeah, but like
We studied that.
monkeys look like people. Like when
Yeah.
there's a video of this dog biting this fucking monkey, dude. They're like hunting, and this monkey like it's like arm is hanging out. It's disgusting.
That's
It
wild.
looks like a human. It's so creepy looking.
Why are you getting so quiet?
I'm sorry. I don't know. It was
It
all.
looked like a fucking human, dude.
I'm sorry. It was just just to even think about it makes me like ugh.
Make sure. Ugh. Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine. But like, it's that show Wild Boys with Steve-O and I forget the other guy's name right now. He was the guy that always showed his dick on Jackass.
Oh, the guy with the long hair.
Yeah. Fuck. What? Not Aaron McGehee.
Randy Trevor.
I don't think that was.
It's from Trailer Park Boys.
I left my phone somewhere. Just somebody. Whatever. But anyway, they like visited a tribe in India where like they still ate people and lived in tents.
Chris
And
Pontius.
Chris Pontius. There we go. There we go. I knew we'd get it. No disrespect, Chris, but we knew we'd get it. Anyway, so
Trevor Leahy. Go ahead.
Trevor Lee.
It's from Trailer Park Boys. Sorry.
Anyway, so so they like visited this tribe where they were like wearing loincloths and living in tents.
Yeah.
And they were like doing like demonic fucking shit. Like, dude, they were like, spreading like goat blood across their face and shit. And apparently they still ate people. Like they ate babies because they thought it made them powerful or some shit like that.
Steve-O did that?
No. They met the people that do that.
I was like, damn, I saw his stand up.
Yeah.
I went on a date with a girl and
I remember that.
with
that.
what's her fucking face? God, she's such I don't even want to say her name. Such a bitch. But yeah, dude.
Dude, it's just crazy that look at us right here. We're sitting at a table in an apartment with air conditioning.
Yeah. Feels good.
With microphones, cameras, just talking about random shit that we're gonna post on the internet.
Yeah.
For just other people to watch.
Millions.
And there's people that eat babies out there in India to this day, and where
Yeah,
nobody's concerned about it.
which there's a gentleman named dude, I can't remember shit. It's
Say
like I'm thinking of too much right now.
they got too much on
It's
your
like
mind right
rapid
now.
fire for my
Rapid
he
fire.
has a show on Netflix. I can remember everything about what I'm talking about every time, but I can't remember the name of it. So his he has a show on Netflix called Ancient Apocalypse, and his theory is that so
Talk about that dude with the crazy ass hair.
no, that's Ancient Aliens.
Okay.
Um, Ancient Apocalypse is a show on Netflix. It was like number one for a while. Uh, uh, Graham Hancock, that's his name. Graham Hancock has this theory. I mean, he just had an interview, or it was a podcast with Joe Rogan and this other dude. I definitely am not going to remember his name, but he was kind of he's a little weird, but he kind
Little
of
weird little
he had
fucker.
some good points against him and like made him look bad. Basically, Graham Hancock's theory, it's unproved, but it's basically like a theory of like reasoning. So he thinks that there was a civilization before the ice age. I think it's well known that like civilization came after the ice age. Before that, we don't have anything like known or recorded. So like 10,000 BC is when they think that uh, people started living,
Like started
making
becoming,
cities,
yeah,
drawing, whatever the fuck.
like advancing as a civilization.
Right. So before, I think it's 10,000 BC. It might be 8,000. Anyways, before that, was the Ice Age. He thinks that there was a civilization before the Ice Age. There was also something called the Younger Dryas period that happened before the Ice Age. About I don't remember how many thousands. I want to say 20, but that's probably wrong. But it was a long ass time ago.
You would
And
you'd fool me. I
the
have no idea.
so the Younger Dryas period was like an asteroid hit Earth, and it like wiped out like a lot of life, and it's thought that that wiped out humans, and it took them a while to like rebuild. He's saying we had shit running before that,
Okay.
and it's widely um talked, like no one believes it.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty.
Most people
I,
don't
be-
believe it.
I don't know if I believe it either.
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
I could see it just because I think about like the ancient Egyptians.
there's just no evidence
There's no evidence, but also
other than the Sphinx.
other than that, like that type of engineering that they did for, and that's why Egyptology, that is like, I'm a nerd about that shit. I'll go on for hours about that,
Hmm.
and hence why I'm a nerd for Yu-Gi-Oh too,
Yeah.
because it was all based around Egyptian
Hmm.
mythology. Anyway,
Humans did a lot of cool things. Like they built like fucking what the fuck is it called?
blanking again.
It carries water.
Reservoirs,
No, aqueduct.
irrigation,
Aqueduct.
aqueduct,
Yeah. So that's like one of the cooler things they did. They had like, I guess it is like irrigation.
irrigation, aqueduct is
Yeah.
apples to apples.
Um well, I think irrigation is like underground, and then aqueducts are like above.
But irrigation can really,
Just apply to all of it.
it kind of applies to all of it because irrigation is literally just
Movement of
taking
water.
water from one place and moving it to to where you
Yeah,
need it to be.
that's true. But yeah, I think that and concrete, they were the first ones to make concrete, which they actually don't know how to make the same concrete that they made back
And that's
then.
another thing. The blocks that they used
Yeah.
to make that fucking pyramid, you realize how much one of them weighs?
Yeah, and they got it from very far away.
And they got it all the way up and did it perfectly first time.
I think it was 100 miles that they had to move it,
Easily.
because that's where because they found the nearest quarries where that mineral or that type of rock was.
Like was sedimenting.
Right.
Yeah.
Like where they had like mines. I don't know if they've actually found old mines,
I don't know either. I mean, I'm
but
sure they have.
they all had to be done by hand because there was no machines back then. So
Nope.
the only machine was your body.
Literally.
Your body was a biological machine.
Exactly.
They didn't have like electricity or steam, because like we had steam by what, like the 1800s or some shit.
1800s.
We had boats and shit at least.
At least, but it took us that long. What's the word that pisses you off?
Oh my god, I feel weird to start like switching to that. I'm about to say something stupid. Um, fucking blemish.
Blemish?
I hate it. Ugh.
Actually,
Isn't that a nasty
yeah,
word?
I do hate the word pus. I
Oh
do.
god, I hate that one.
I
Fuck.
fucking hate that word.
I hate the word vaginal.
Vaginal.
I just don't like
Okay.
it.
Yeah, penetrate. I don't know why. I can't explain it.
Um,
Penetrate.
I'm not fond of the word penis.
I'm not fond of that either. How did we get the short end of that
I
stick
don't
on that
know. I
one?
don't know. Well, I didn't. I wouldn't say that.
We kind of did.
You got a short stick.
Like, let me like nobody says let me see your pen,
Yeah,
but we say let me see your vag,
but yeah. Let me see your pencil. That's what we should say now.
your Sharpie. Let me see your Sharpie.
I'm trying to think of another word, but like that's all I had. Maggot.
Maggot.
It's
Maggot.
so stupid.
Drop that Freddy maggot. I
Yeah,
actually yeah, I never understood that. Maggot. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Also, you know what's funny? My brother had a thought the other day.
Mm.
In Harry Potter, you know how like Malfoy's just always a dick to Harry Potter. Like, did it never just occur to him just be like, you know what, Malfoy? How about you shut the fuck up? Huh? You ever realize that you only have two friends because you're such a fucking dickhead? Why didn't he just say that?
Harry Potter isn't like that.
No, but like, dude, come on. He lived in the same world as us. He had to have known about these words.
Wait, known about what? Bitch?
About like shit, fuck you. You're an asshole. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He had to have known. Why didn't he say that?
Well, Harry
You know,
Potter's.
how about you shut the fuck up, Malfoy?
Have you seen that fucking video of that? She was an actor in the movie. She was like a lesser character, or not as important to the plot. And she was doing an interview, and this guy had on full Harry Potter. He had the
Oh my
scarf,
god.
and then she was like talking to him, and she was like, "Harry Potter is for children.
Oh yeah, I do remember
When you
that.
get to be a certain age, it's time to give it up." She was basically,
She was like in the movie too.
and he was
She
just
was just
sitting
like, I'm
there
pretty
like,
whatever.
yeah,
Okay. Avada Kedavra,
yeah.
bitch. Anyway, I
Um,
think that's where we're gonna wrap it up right there. More episodes are gonna be coming a lot more consistently now that we have this whole thing figured out. We were just winging it before. If y'all remember, we were doing it with just two condenser mics that we found or just had for recording music in our place. And then we just bought some cameras
we're
and called it a
fancy.
day. We're fancy. But anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace in the East.
Peace in the